What? Hey, what's up, Airsofters? Robo here. Usually here for more fun topics, like me being a general idiot, or cool gear reviews, or gameplay, airsoft stuff, you know. But not tonight, actually. I just wanted to take a quick minute to discuss everyone's favorite California State Senate bill, SB199. Most of you will know SB199 as the bill that suggests that airsoft going forward should have brightly colored weapons in entirety, not just a blaze orange tip. What some of you might not be aware of is that it was basically shelved a couple months ago after a big push by DeLeon to get it passed because it just didn't really make any sense, and now it's kind of being pushed forward again or proposed again with revisions or amendments to that bill in hopes of getting passed again. Now, in all truthfulness, the amendments to SB 199 actually make it a little less, I guess, one, immediately detrimental, and two, drastically detrimental to airsoft in terms of realism. And this is especially for you guys who do the milsim aspect. It actually no longer will require airsoft to be, or the components of airsoft to be completely brightly colored. Essentially, under DeLeon's new changes or amendments to SB 199, all that would be required of our weapons in terms of a reduction of realism or an annoyance to our milsim realism aspects of these weapons and equipment would be, now this is a Canadian weapon, I don't need to have a blaze orange tip, but you would be required to still have the blaze orange tip, as you folks in California do well know. And then you would need, in the case of a rifle like this, two of the three. You would need a 2 centimeter, this is in the bill, 2 centimeter for you Americans who are still in the metric system, i.e. all of you. That's about 3/4 of an inch, or 0.75 of an inch. Adhesive band, whatever that is, I kind of think of that as maybe like an elastic band but glued on kind of thing idea, around the stock, the protruding pistol grip, and or the external magazine itself. This is in addition to the blaze orange tip and one other property, that is the trigger guard in entirety would have to be a brightly colored application, whether that be paint or otherwise. In the case of pistols, again, Canadian weapon, no blaze orange tip on this, but the tip would have to be blaze orange, or the end of the gun if there's no protruding outer barrel. The entire, much like a rifle, the entire trigger guard would have to be brightly colored, and in the case of a pistol, a 2 centimeter, or again, 3/4 of an inch adhesive band would have to be placed on the pistol grip or magazine base, or the base of the magazine well itself. None of this is actually really specified in the bill. Essentially, I've read it almost to you as it appears in the bill itself. Now, realize these changes, if it passed, would not go into effect until January 1st, 2016. So that's more than a year from now. So why should we fight this? I mean, in the end, SB 199 isn't as detrimental as we thought it could have been. I mean, in the end, we're not going to have to use pink pistols or neon green rifles unless we want to. That is still in the bill. That would definitively make your weapon a non-imitation firearm, and therefore completely legal. The bare minimum is the adhesive bands. But in terms of why we should fight, there's an important kind of principle at play here. If you look at SB 199, it only targets airsoft. And by principle, this is a problem for someone like me because, you know, I still live in a world where laws are just and all that fun stuff, even though that might not be the case every moment of the day. If this bill truly does seek to make the streets safer by stopping these events from happening through better identification by both civilians and police officers, then how come it doesn't touch anything in other industries that are exactly the same? Under this bill, steel shot and pellet guns would still be completely legal, and as would very realistic, such as the RAP4 series of paintball markers, be completely exempt from this bill. It's easy for these kinds of bills to happen. Airsoft is what it is. The guns look like real guns. We dress in realistic looking stuff. The average person out there in the street doesn't understand that, and neither does your average politician. So when Leon says airsoft is bad, they're obviously going to agree. Now how do we fix that? Well, number one, it first starts with us. More and more of us have to get on board with this idea of at least educating ourselves on what SB199 is and where it comes from. I hate to slap us on the wrist a little bit here, but SB199 comes from us. It comes from anybody who's made a bad choice with their airsoft weapon, thinking that it's no big deal because this is a toy. And while it is very much a toy in the legal sense, myself and other people on my peer level, I know for a fact, do not treat it like a toy. We treat them like real firearms. Why? Because we understand what they can be viewed as to outside parties. The more we make mistakes, like carrying our weapons outside of gun bags, or through populated areas of cities or suburbs, or pointing them or shooting them at friends, family, people you don't know, or in unsafe locations, the more politicians who don't know a lot about airsoft are going to sit back and go, yep, airsoft bad, we need to fix that. So where it starts first is us. We need to educate ourselves about what SB199 could be, and how do we fix it from being so in the future. We educate ourselves and our family members about what this sport of airsoft is. It's not a big deal. Paintball isn't a big deal these days, but it was 30 years ago. Heck, skateboarding and snowboarding was a big deal 20, 30 years ago. Now it's an X Games sport. We will get there one day, but it's not going to be without a fight. So the second part of this equation, and it's actually the more important one past education, and that is you need to stand up and fight. You need to open your mouth. You need to start sharing your opinion on this. I've been hearing this a lot lately through the interwebs, through all the forums and other player profiles and Facebook and Instagram and all that fun stuff. And oh, I don't know, A, I can do anything, and B, oh, this won't affect me, I don't live in California. It's important to realize that in this problem, and even more so in life in general, if you care about something, it is not innately going to stay safe. It will always be under attack from something external, whether that just be the laws of nature and the natural way things decay, or intelligent attack by outside parties if it's that sort of topic. Now, airsoft is that sort of topic. It won't just naturally decay like a fruit rotting, but it will be attacked by animals that want to steal the fruit itself. Whether that's out of spite or whether that's out of ignorance, in this case I do believe it's ignorance, it doesn't matter. The only way to effectively protect these things is to stand up and fight for them. Now, you might not feel like you've got power to do so because you don't hold some stage, or you're not confident, or you've never spoken up before, but I gotta tell you, you're dead wrong. As long as you have a voice and as long as you care about something, do speak out for it. Speak out for airsoft. Stand up against SB199. If you care about airsoft at all, not even because of the coloration issue, but more so because of the principle behind SB199, and that it's not making the streets safer. All it is picking on a community of people who want to play safe. So what does that mean of you? That means pick up the phone. That means get on the old computer and write some emails. Contact your local representatives. Tell them in a positive, intellectual, and courteous manner why airsoft means what it does to you, and just how SB199 doesn't do anything but hurt an industry. It doesn't make the streets safer. It doesn't make any bad people go away. All it does is pick on the money it brings California as a state and the happy players who make up our community. I will put the link to SB199's revisions from the California State site in the comments below, so please do check that out. I will start to put links to representatives down in the comments below as well, so please do send this to anybody you can who has a stake in this matter. Please spread the word about SB199. I've been told we need to start flooding, or you need to, citizens of the United States and California, need to start flooding your representatives by the end of this week. The big push is going to be at the end of this week, the end of August here, so please do get the information you need to start calling and start writing. Till next time, have an awesome day, be good community members, have fun, and defend what you love. Later.